Am I the as asterisk hole for losing my temper with my in-laws and telling them they do not know more than a trained professional? I've, 36F, been married to my husband, 39M, for 2 years and we have a 5-month-old son. He was a widower with 2 kids, Eve, 12, and Rylan, 11. They lost their mom 7 years ago. I met him 5 years ago and we started dating 4 years ago. I knew his kids when we were just friends, so we had met before I became Dad's girlfriend. One regret I have is not waiting longer between dating and getting married. I feel like maybe the kids might have had an easier time if we had. They did express to my husband and in therapy before we ever got married that they didn't want to see anyone as a stepmom or a new parent. I still ask myself if having more time would have been better for them. The counselor told us to give it time. For me to be loving and open to a relationship and to work on getting closer with them through shared interests and time, and not to sweat if they didn't call me mom or say I was their stepmom. We get along. I'd love us to be closer. I would love for them to lean on me more and have more trust in me. But I know these things cannot be forced, and I know some of this comes out of fear that their mom's memory will be gone if they accept me as a stepmom. One thing they are very sensitive about is me talking about their mom, so I instead encourage my husband to keep talking about her with them, so it doesn't upset them and push them away if I do, or if she doesn't get talked about at all. When we told the kids I was pregnant, they were upset. They didn't like that it was happening, and they talked with my husband a lot and had some therapy sessions of just the 3 of them before I joined back. My husband and I also did sessions just us. In-laws started to complain after our son's birth. The kids acknowledge our son as their half-brother, but they always say half, which drives my in-laws crazy. The kids aren't very fond of him either. The counselor described it as them struggling to make room for him or accept him because he's proof their mom isn't coming back. My in-laws think it's *T, and we should be more forceful with the kids in making them accept him as their brother, and not just a half-brother. They said he will forever feel left out by them if they continue. My husband told them there's nothing we can do because forcing it could make them resentful and hateful, and we don't want that. My in-laws called that BS. They said Rylan especially should love having a brother, but he acts like he only has a sister, and Eve acts like she has just one brother. They called us dumb and said we should really stop coddling the kids and tell them they need to put our son first. I told them the counselor said, never do that, and they said she doesn't know shit. Which is when I snapped and lost my temper and told them they don't know more than a trained professional, and they said they know their grandkids better than a stranger. They told me I clearly didn't value their experience. Am I the *hole?